Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video we're going to be talking about, is Zenabis a scam? Is Zenabis stock a scam? Honestly, it's not a scam, it's a real company, but the management just, oh my god, they just slapped retail investors around, like Jesus Christ. People came to me when the stock was trading at $3 and, I was like, yeah, I bought a little bit, and then I realized that, and then the more I thought about the company, I'm like, you know what, I honestly don't think this company will be a leader in the market. I think, if I think about this long term, I think, this company's gonna probably have problems, and they would have to really convince rich people to pump up the stock. So I sold out, and the stock plummeted all the way down to $1.74. At $1.74, $1.80, I was like, you know what? At this price, I might give it a chance. And then insider sold, and then I bailed out. On it like around here. I think around here. $1.30. I bailed out on it, so I took a loss. I took a haircut of around 50 cents because I bought it around $1.80. And I took a haircut at $1.30. I said, I even came out and I made a video. I'm just like, oh, I think the stock's going under $1. And I sold out, and it went under $1. And people were coming to me and be like, Zenabis is a great company. Zenabis, I'm definitely gonna be loading up on more shares under $1. But I'm like, okay, well, whatever. The cannabis more shit right now. I don't really care. And then the stock popped back up. It just traded sideways. I never touched it. And then the stock dropped all the way down to around 47 cents, 45 cents. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make another gamble on it. Bought 15,000 shares at 47 cents. And in the morning, I was being an idiot because what happened in the morning? Let's look at this chart. In the morning, I could have scanned the news, and I could have noticed that, hey, they're raising a butt ton of money. They're raising $20 million at a huge discount, and I would have been like, sell, 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 sell. But I didn't realize. I made my video, and then I was like, okay, you know what? Before I go back to sleep, I'm gonna check out Zenabis. And then I was like, holy shit! Bad news. If I only checked the bad news early in the morning, I would have saved myself a huge headache, because I lost another $2,000 on this company. So I lost probably a total of, I don't know, let's say $12,000, maybe $15,000 on this company, because I sold out, took the loss, bought in, sold out, took a loss, bought back in at 47 cents, because I thought, oh, okay, this has to be the bottom. This is like so bad that, this company has to have some value. Nope. They went out and they raised money and they screwed over shareholders. Basically, they are raising $6.2 million for 30% of the company, and they have the right to dilute shareholders by an additional 66.6%. Yeah, 66.6% at 15 cents, accounting for 139 million shares, diluting the stock another 139 million shares. So what is my thought about Zenabis? Well, right now my thought is this company is literally a scam. That's what I think. I'm butthurt on this. I lost a lot of money. I lost about 12,000. I probably lost more money on Afria and Harvest. I lost a lot of money on Harvest. I always treated Zenabis as a gambling stock. I never put all my eggs into this company. I never put a huge amount of money. I put like 10,000 at a time, and every time I lost money. And at this point, I'm so bitter about this company. I'm not even willing to gamble on it anymore. Seriously. Like, the stock could skyrocket, but at the moment, I think that the stock is going to go down to 15 cents. They could come up with some news, and it could excite retail investors and other people in general, and maybe the stock will have a miracle and skyrocket, but my consensus is so many people are butthurt on this company that I don't think nobody's gonna give this a second thought anymore. There are probably people that have shares in this company that's praying to God, God, please rebound this stock so I can make my money back and I don't lose all my money. That's what probably some people are probably saying right now. I told you guys to stay out of this. I got burnt multiple times. I treat this as a gambling stock. Nobody listened to me. Everybody just want to listen to Rich Live TV because he was like hyping the crap out of this stock. He was like saying that, oh, Zenabis is an awesome company. But yeah, so I was like treating this as a gambling stock and I still got burnt on it. You know, let's look at it closer. Let's look at Zenabis's financials. So you mean their financials don't look bad at all? Like, I mean, their assets don't look bad, right? But the problem is they don't have any cash. They, you know, and they need money. That's why they were forced to dilute shareholders an additional 70% for a measly $20 million because they need the money or the company could go bankrupt. But at this time, you know, even if the company does do well in the future or recover, retail investors are going to have an extremely hard time to trust this company, and everybody's going to be treating this like a gambling stock. That's what I believe. I mean, if you look at the assets, it's not too bad. It's $201 million. Tilray could sure use that cheap assets. Like they need more growing facilities. I think maybe. I'm not 100% sure if Tilray even needs more growing facilities, but I think they need more growing facilities. I'm not 100% because I don't spend all my time researching Tilray. So, and Tilray is pretty hard to research anyways. They're not very transparent with shareholders. Yeah, they have $176 million in liability. The biggest butthurt right here is about $70 million in debt. They have $70 million in debt. They have very low cash. They do have great assets, but they have very low cash and they have a lot of debt. So if they cannot pay off this debt and they can't do anything about it, I think, you know, the debt market will basically own this company, because right now the debt they have is worth more than the company. Like, seriously. What is Zenabis at? Zenabis is at $61 million. They have $70 million in debt. They have $70 million in debt. The debt companies own this company right now. So debt market owns this company right now. So yeah, I think this is my advice for this company, right? Like what they done is complete bullshit for retail investors. Retail investors are not going to trust this company anymore. What they should have done is they should have went to Tilray and say, Tilray, please buy our company out because we are struggling and we need money and we need you to buy us out. If Tilray bought them out, Tilray stock would skyrocket because Tilray just had access to a bunch of growing facilities, and you know, this company won't have to dilute shareholders and ram a stick up their butt. Because that's just basically what they're doing right now with the dilution. That's my opinion. Please comment down below. I love to hear people's comment. I got burnt on this company so bad that I'm never ever going to invest back in this company. I've always treated it as a gambling company anyways. You know, it could bounce here, but this looks so bad. Look how much volume today. 17 million shares. You know how many insiders and everyone has just been dumping this stock all day long? Dumping this stock all day long. It's just so bad. Let's look at the candlesticks, shall we? So it was just like straight red, straight dumping, and then there was some gambling, and dumping and gambling. I have no idea what this is gonna do, but I honestly would stay away from this stock. I know it's oversold right now. It's extremely oversold. I think, you know, it'll probably bounce back to maybe 35 cents and then just plummet back down again. So That's my opinion, but there's a chance that might not even happen. But the RSI level does need to remove out of 20, so if it does bounce back, it'll quickly go back down again. I'm pretty confident on this, but you know, that's just my assessment of Zenabis. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe the stock will go back to 50 cents. I highly doubt that, but you know, you never know, right? You never know. There's still that miracle that could happen. But honestly, email investor relations, and if you are a shareholder of Zenabis, I sold my shares, so can't argue on this anymore. I wish I was scanning the stock in the morning. I would have noticed something. But if you're a shareholder, tell them to cancel this insider trading. Tell them to go to Tilray. Ask Tilray to buy this company out, because Tilray needs the assets, and they already owe Tilray $30 million because a product. So yeah, ask Tilray to buy this company out. Just tell them to sell their company to Tilray, because that would bounce the stock back. I guarantee you that would at least bounce the stock back to 50 cents. But they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna sell it to Tilray. They're gonna continue to put this stick up shareholders, retailers' butt, because that's how this company operates, apparently. So moving on, Tesla. Some of you guys are probably gonna have a good laugh on this. Moving on, Tesla stock is up. Big time. The RSI level was at 79. I honestly would, you know, I would be patient. I think I would wait until at least an RSI level of 70 before I would even think about getting in the stock. At least this gets back into the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band will move up. I say this stock will probably go back to around 290, but again, you know, I don't know at the end of the day. I think, you know, I honestly don't think any retail investors are willing to buy the stock at 299, simply because they're so used to the stock being like 220, 250, 240. So there's not going to be a huge influx of retail investment. So right now, I think shorts do have a chance to pull the stock down if they are willing to gamble it. But again, Elon Musk is the wild card, right? Like, there could be positive news coming out for the Tesla Cybertruck, the Tesla truck. That could really excite investors, and that could pump the stock even further up, and cause short sellers to cover. Who knows? At the end of the day, we'll see. But this stock is all about short sellers and retail investors, and maybe some institutional investors. But you know, shorts really love this company. They always find a way to short it. If the stock continues to go up to like $400, shorts are gonna find a way to short this company again. You know, it's just the way it is. So it's a battle between shorts and bulls, basically. Huge is trying to tempt investors. Like, honestly, after the reverse split, I would probably stay away from this company. I always thought this was a scammy company. But they are trying to list on the Nasdaq. I honestly believe that the Nasdaq is not going to change the stock. Retail investors are butthurt on this company, and nobody's gonna go gamble on on the Nasdaq. I know that they have rich investors, because they wouldn't be able to pump the stock up 100% or 70% in such a short amount of time if they didn't have some decent retail investors. Don't get tempted by SFD Pharma. It will probably, I mean, if you were to get tempted on SFD Pharma, I would wait until, you know, if you were willing to gamble on it, I would wait until it goes below its 52-week low. So, you know, ever since the IPO, 460 seems to be his 52-week low, or I guess 450. So if it breaks 450 and it goes to like, I don't know, like $3, then maybe. because it still does have a very small share structure float. So you never know, right? Some rich guy could come in and pump the stock up again. But I would definitely not invest around here. That's just my opinion. I still, still treat this as a gambling stock. Just don't put all your money in this gambling stock. There's a lot of gambling stocks out there, and this is the biggest one. So that's my opinion only. Hexo. So Hexo right now came out with some news, and it's not good. They're basically in survival mode right now. They are basically, they raised $70 million, and they are just, they're laying off people, and they're trying to cut back costs, and they're just trying to survive. They're trying to wait until all the cannabis producers start dying off, and then when they do die off, then that's when they ramp up production again. Right now they're just trying to survive. They're trying to live. They're trying to make sure that they are still around in the next 5 years. That's why they reduce the expenses. They reduce the expectations. They are in survival mode. That's not good. That shows lack of confidence in the investor, in the market for cannabis. So yeah, that's just not good news right now. But there's just been a lot of bad news. So Twitter is in trouble. Its stock plummeted 20%. I don't really care what it has to say. The lower Twitter stock goes, the better. Right now, Twitter stock is way oversold. It's at RSI of 19. I would say it's a good bounce play. But again, that's my opinion. We look back, $30 seems like a fair level. So yeah, it looks like to me like 30 could be a fair level, but again, it could break down to, $18, $14 at here. It's a bargain down here, but I don't know if it'll go down that low. Right now, it is downtrending, so I would say the stock would pop back to around $33, $34, and then over the months, if the company doesn't report a good earnings report next quarter, I think we could see Twitter all the way down to around $14. I think at around $14 would be a very, very attractive price point. $14, $15, maybe even $20. It's very close to that, so there's a possibility. But right now, I think it's oversold, and it will be bouncing very, very soon here. Stocks don't stay oversold for too long. So yeah, I would say try to aim for a quick bounce play if you were to play Twitter. You could do long term too. I don't know if they pay dividends. Do they pay dividends? No, they don't really pay dividends. That's my opinion. But it is downtrending. Big bear flag. That's my analysis on Twitter. Afria had a conference call today, so check it out. It was on the Twitter. I found it on my Twitter, so check it out. It probably is on the Twitter. Let's see if it's on the Twitter. Afria. Yep, it's on the Twitter. It looks like Latin America. It looks like it's progressing pretty well. Look at all those products on the shelves, like a bunch of oil products. So Afria is doing pretty good in Latin America, it looks like. So yeah, not too much to say about that. Moving forward, Aurora is out of the big license producers. Aurora has been sucking. Like, it's only made a 5% gain in the last month. So it's been sucking. At least it's flat, which is good. It could be good. It's good and bad too. I mean, Aurora could come up with some positive news and the stock could skyrocket, but it's also bad on a technical basis a little bit. It's hard for me to explain because I don't have any charts to, but it is bad as trading sideways. It should be the stock should be slowly grinding its way up, but the problem is it has so many shares. It's so diluted that it really needs a lot of hype to move the stock to the upside. Canopy, unlike Canopy, right? Canopy made a 15% move to the upside in a short amount of time. Cron, same thing. In a short amount of time, it went from 787 all the way up to made a 15% return. You could have there was a time when it skyrocketed. After hours 11, you could have made a decent coin off that too. Afria, you know, also could have made a decent coin right here. Decent coin right here. I think Afria is gonna slowly grind its way up. Oh no, it looks like it's dropping after hours. Oh well, whatever. It's temporary. It could grind. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm still very bullish on Afria. I think Afria will be a survivor. They still have a lot of cash on their balance sheet, and most of their cash burn is gone, at least according to management. I don't know at the end of the day. And if they can continue to flip profit and generate a lot of positive revenue and positive profit, they should be fine long term, my opinion. Because they still have a decent amount of cash. Organigram, don't have too much research on it, but I know that cash position is really low. Like, it's really low. So I honestly would not gamble on Organigram. That's just my opinion. Madman, you know, had a nice little pop, but I have a feeling that earnings could drop the stock, or it could bring it up. But I'm definitely gonna listen to the conference call. I love to hear what the management have to say about the company. I can make an assessment of the company. Actually, I think I'm gonna make a dedicated video on Madman on my membership group. So yeah, the membership group is up right now. So if you are interested, you can join. Oxley Cannabis is trading sideways right now. Canopy Growth is down a little bit after hours. Harvest Health, I'll be honest with you. So I made a dedicated DD video on Harvest Health on my membership group. All I have to say is, I think Harvest at these prices is fair compared to the rest of the market. The return is pretty high. And, but again, it could drop down lower. It could, but only if negative headlines hit the stock. If no negative headlines hit the stock and they close all the acquisitions like Falcon, Verano, Pharmacana, if they close all the acquisition and this company is generating $200 million of revenue per quarter, next year, I think that this stock could go back to $12, especially if the Safe Banking Act passes by that time. I totally think that there's a possibility the stock could go to $12, but at the same time, this stock could also go down to $2, depending on the negative headlines that this company produces. If it produces negative headlines, more executives leave, something bad happens to the company, the stock could go to $2. It could go to $1. Or let's say they want to raise money at these prices, then yeah, but they don't need to raise money. Out of all the companies on the U.S. multi-state operator, they do not need to raise money. If you look at their press releases, they do not need to raise money. So that's, at least that negative catalyst is out of the way. Village Farms is one of the biggest winners in the last 5 days. It went from, you could have made 30% return in a matter of time. I still have my theory that Village Farms has some super rich investors because, retail investors are not going to be pumping this stock up. $2.69. Let's just look at how many shares this company has. This company has a total of 52 million shares. So in order for this stock to go $2, that is $100 million. $100 billion in investment. No normal retail investors have this. There is rich people pumping this stock up. That's my humble opinion. Just be careful. They're probably trying to get retail investors excited, trying to show that, hey, Village Farms is a winner. Look at that. Winner, chicken dinner. Anyways, this video's been long enough. Let's see. Afria, Kira is, I still don't think Kira is an attractive price point because Kira has a lot of headline risks. that could potentially come up in the future. I think if Kira was to break $5.30, then, you know, maybe a little bit of risk wouldn't hurt, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. Give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel grow. Subscribe for future updates, and have a great day. Bye.